Hello YouTube, VW64 Bug here. Haven't uploaded a video in probably 3 weeks to a month, and this video is not going to pertain to the Kickstart return spring. This is just going to basically be a video that consists of just my overall progress, if you want to call it that. The bike is pretty stripped down to this point, almost to the frame. There's a swing arm and headlight, triple trees, and the fork still on it. I'll take a walk on over to the other side of the garage and give you a quick pan just to show you what kind of condition it's in as of today. But I just wanted to basically document some progress and video some of the new parts that I'd picked up for the repair or the rebuild, I guess, restoration, whatever you want to call it. But here we go. Let me pause this real quick and take a walk on over to the other side of the garage. All right, here she is, as mentioned, pretty much stripped down. Pretty much all that's left is the front end of the airbox, swing arm, rear master. But yeah, here she is. I've given away a lot of the parts that I wasn't going to reuse, or I should say I've rehomed them off of Three Wheeler World. So I've made a lot of people happy with rehoming some of the parts that I just didn't want to use because they were kind of beat, weathered, whatever else. But that didn't mean they wouldn't work for somebody else, you know, that isn't quite as picky as I am. Anyhow, the next major project on this is going to be removing the remainder of everything on the frame. I'm going to sandblast it, and I'm going to go ahead and paint the frame with automotive paint. And I was kind of rubbing around on this here headlight bezel last week or the week before, and it was all solid white except for where the sticker was, obviously. But I just used Novus plastic polish on this bezel. I'm going to see what all I can't do with it. If I can't get it absolutely close to perfect, then what I'll do is be on the hunt for a 250SX bezel, because I like the way that they look better than the stock 200X bezel. But anyways, I've got a buddy that owns a powder coat shop. I'll probably take the ring off and have him powder it. I've already had some other parts powdered from him. I've just picked them up from the shop recently. But anyways, yeah, rear suspension, swing arm, axle, triple tree shocks, or the front forks rather, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that stock brake line. I've got a home for that, so that'll come off this afternoon and go in that box over there and get shipped off. But let's take a walk on over to this table where I can show you a couple of the little parts that I've picked up for this restoration. All right, to start, picked up Kenda claws, made by Kenda, obviously. They're 20 by 11 by 8s. Found them for $73. That included the shipping from Chaparral in San Bernardino, California. I shopped online for quite a while. I knew what I wanted, and those were the absolute most rock bottom price that I could find. So new rear tires, and to accompany the tires are some brand new ITP T9s. These are 8 by 8.5s, and brand new, so they'll look pretty sweet once everything's all done. Back over here to the left, we'll start from the left to the right. New front brake master cylinder. The plastic one was just completely shot, a big hole in it. So this is the factory 200X lever that came on the bike when I got it. That's gonna go. I'm gonna replace it with the new levers, of course, both sides. I had the seat cover made from an online vendor. I picked the colors and everything, and I wanted a flame job, so I was very happy and got that in a timely manner. It only took like a week or two to totally custom tailor. And underneath, brand new seat foam, new set of handlebars. I got some Moose Racing bars, and not so much specifically to pertain to the 200X restoration, but I picked up a new Motion Pro digital tire pressure gauge, and I did a little research on that as well. I wanted a good one because I've had a few, or many actually, throughout the years, and I wanted one that I just wasn't going to have to replace within the next few years. So this one is supposed to be basically like a single purchase, last a lifetime, even though it only comes with like a 2-year warranty. But everybody's saying that they love theirs and they're really bulletproof and should last a very long time. And for what they cost, I mean, they retail for like 119, and I think I paid just under $100 for that one on eBay. And so I haven't really tried that. Pretty excited. I didn't have a tire pressure gauge that would measure low pressure. So these ATVs like to run at anywhere between 5 and 10 pounds or whatnot. So I needed something that was somewhat accurate. That's supposed to be the the king of tire pressure gauges there. I'd mentioned earlier, powder coat shop. My buddy owns Ludicrous Customs in Fontana, California, and he did my master cylinder guard, my front brake master cylinder guard. That's fresh. I picked it up like 2 days ago. Also the headlight or bezel protector there, guard. So that'll look sweet. That's a satin black that I had him do those in. And I guess pertaining back or jumping back to the seat, I went ahead and bought a pneumatic stapler just so I could do everything in the garage. I figured with buying the tools and everything to do it with, it would still be cheaper than taking it to an upholstery shop. So, and then when it's all said and done, you know, I've got a lot of other bikes. I've got 6 or 7 bikes, you know, so I'll have the equipment to do another seat down the road to go with the handlebars. Jumping around here, I bought some new ODI Rogue grips. Those are like supposed to be pretty top notch, super comfortable. Carburetor rebuilt, Shindy carburetor rebuild kit, new spark plug. I bought some factory Honda nuts and bolts. I just, you know, I could have went to Home Depot probably and got something that would have worked, but I was online and had some time one day at work, so I ordered up some OEM. I had to cut that particular bolt off to get the engine out because it was just frozen and rusted and everything else. It was a nightmare. So I bought that new bolt to replace the one that I'd cut and tossed in the trash quite a while ago. New fuel line. In that little Honda package is brake caliper parts. Again, OEM stuff. There are some places that still carry factory parts for these 3-wheelers. It's like 30 plus years old. Brand new K&N filter for it. The factory, it came with the stock filter in it, and it's just like totally disintegrated. It's at the bottom of the airbox for the most part. I bought staples for the staple gun there, and a cable luber, which again that's not specific to this 200X rebuild, but it'll work good for, I guess, the parking brakes got a manual cable. And but I picked up another little bike that has frozen cables. This tool is supposed to be phenomenal for freeing up cables, so yeah, I can't wait to basically unwrap it and try that out. And I think that pretty much wraps us. New torque wrench for got a great deal on that. The Sears had a half off day not that long ago, and about a week ago, and so I got it for half off, so it's pretty pumped to get that. I've got a manual readout torque wrench like an old school one, but this one's a step in the right direction, a little fancier than what I'm used to using. So I've got other projects, putting a rear end in my truck, and I figure I'll put that torque wrench to good use when I torque the shackles down, and probably do that later this afternoon. Yeah, anyways, fuel line, new front brake stainless front brake line, so that'll be pretty sweet. And I think the next couple of things that I'm going to purchase, and I'm torn, I'm on the fence, I should say. There's a guy on Facebook that's just started plugging the whole rear fender assembly out of fiberglass, and I know, you know, if you were to go over one time, they'd break up pretty bad versus the plastic ones would flex and just get scratched. But you know, I don't really plan on abusing the hell out of this bike. I think I'll just putt it and walk my dogs with it, to be honest with you. Putt around the property. I've got like 3 acres, and anyways, it'll mainly just be a putter and to kind of bring back my childhood memories. I grew up on this particular bike, the same make and model, not the exact same bike, but it'll be a lot of fun once it's done. But yeah, mentioning the fenders will be next, and then and I'm going to powder coat the brackets and everything that go underneath the seat, that go between the fender and the seat pan. Those are next, and probably rebuild the forks and get the tires and wheels mounted, and but first and foremost, get to working on the frame. And then once that's done, hopefully everything will kind of just start working its way into place. I've got a goal. Hopefully I can get it all done by the end of the year. That sounds reasonable to me, you know, even though time is kind of you know, hard to come by these days with working all the time. But yeah, just a little update. That's enough of me rambling. Hopefully you found this video entertaining or informative. Anyway, whatever the case, I will be checking back with further progress, and hopefully it will be on that kickstart return spring. That's got to be something that's a project in the near future too on this bike. So anyways, we will check in back in the near future here.